It is Tuesday, it's the 25th of April, and it's a time for some more of my nostalgia tour. We've been playing things from 2019. We nearly got to the end. Oh, I've leveled up. Nearly got to the end of the MM picks. Page 1. We've just got 4 more, and then we're going to have a look at the showcases. So let's go. Fool Ball is next. This is Nemka. This is an interesting little sport game with gladiators and a fool and, well, you'll see. Let's see the controls. Bash the fool into the opponent's goal. Use square left 1 on R1 to attack. Jump by pressing X. Okay, we'll make sense of it when we do. 1 versus 1. Let's go. Uh-oh. 1-1. Oh no! That's straight in. Oh no! Hit it. Yes! Okay, good. No! No. Yes! I won! What the hell is that? What's going on there? Lions. I don't know. Do we want to rematch? Let's have just another go. Retro Dream. Oh my god! That went straight in. That was rubbish. Oh no. No, I'm going to put it in my own goal. No, damn it. This is actually quite hard. No! Oh god. Oh, I got eaten by the lions. So there's a nice little game. It doesn't last very long. It's a typical mini game in Dreams. It's got 4.6k and an MM pick, and this was made way back in July 2019. So it was still in the summer. Moving on to Bugs vs Frogs, the game. Fluffy and sassy. Missile command-like game with mystic frogs and flying bugs. So this is another one of those. Maybe it isn't. I'm not sure. Is it like a shooter game? Zap the bugs before they sink your lily pads. Use the left to move the zapper. Use square. Oh god. What happened to all the instructions? Oh, let's just hope I can work it out. Okay, I'm with it. Okay. I think this is the easy section. Okay. It's quite simple so far. Okay. It is what it is. It is a little bit simple. It probably gets harder and harder and harder, but yeah, I should have thumbed that one up because I haven't for some reason. Don't remember playing it, to be perfectly fair. Only 521 thumbs up. That's really low. I think, is that the lowest we've had so far for an MM pick? Interesting. Right, moving on. Shadow Ball, Dirty Harold's, a 2D side-scrolling platformer. This has got 2,000 thumbs up. So let's see. And use L to climb the wall. Oh, okay. Use L to climb the wall. What happened? Oh God, how am I supposed to get there? No, it doesn't want to. Maybe I'm not supposed to go up there. Okay. There was a few of these very plain looking. Oh, I got to the end. Oh, I see. Okay. And the shadow shows me the route. Aha. I guess that way? Oh, yeah. Have I got to collect the stars? I've never quite... Oh, I got that one. Yeah, okay, got that one. Yeah, we've got to collect the stars. Four spaces over on the right hand side there. Okay. Oh. How am I supposed to get out of... Oh, right, over the top. And there's the end. Ta-da! 3 out of 4. Oh, and that's it. Okay, it's an interesting concept. You start using the shadow as it goes on, but then you just get the hang of it, and then it stops. It's very, very short. I wonder how long it took to make. Anyway, 2,000 thumbs up for that one. Another short game. And now we have Colour with Crayons. Now this one has an Impy. First annual Impy Awards winner for the Awe Award. This was a one-off award. We never saw it again. This is supposed to be for cute creations. Colour with the Crayons is certainly that. It's rather nice. Marmite for me. Never really made anything else, I don't think. Made a booth in 2020 and then made a demo. When was this? Again in 2020, and then we haven't seen them for 3 years. It's amazing, isn't it? You win an impy and then nothing. Maybe they went on to Unreal or something. Right, let's have a look.
Marmite for me. Colour with crayons. The world has lost its colour. The crayons have a quest to make it colourful again. Are you ready?
It's another one of these games that were made with their kids. And this is always, very young kids you would think wouldn't get much out of Dreams because of the complexity of the game. But to be honest, a lot of parents found that kids absolutely loved Dreams. They loved making things in it. They loved
with crayons. Purple has to find some blocks to colour. Don't forget to do the cone quest.
Okay. So we've got to colour all of the plain blocks purple. Oh, I fell down. Well, okay, doesn't matter. Woo! That's 4. I quite liked this game when I first saw it. It's a nice simple little quest game. You just got to find all of the invisible stuff. What's this say? Thanks to all the molecules for creating this amazing tool. Big like a massive thumbs up. And I found a Connie. Oh, her head's exploded and lots of confetti is coming out. How disturbing. Okay, that's 7. We've got to find 20. Good gracious. That's 8. 9. I found another Connie. I like the fact that the Connies are saying yay, because otherwise it looks rather terrifying because you're taking their heads off. Oh no! Oh no, that was a mistake. Oh, I'm not trapped down here. That would be bad. Right. Okay, there's a what? Alright, that's 12. Is that one over there? Yeah, that's 13. Move me, it says. I don't so. Aha! There was one hiding behind. And there's one over there. I'm not going to do all of them. We've got 15. The urge is to keep going and get all 20, but we've got lots of games to play, so I'll leave it there. But it's a nice kids game. Like I said before about kids games and Dreams, they're not the most popular things with Dreamers because a lot of Dreamers don't have kids, and childish games like this then they're not keen on. But I think this is just lovely and charming, and you can leave that with a 6-year-old quite happily, and it's not, there's nothing violent or anything for them to get worried about or anything. And I think parents like that type of game. So there we go. 6,500 thumbs up for that one, and an MP. Right, so there we go. We got to the end of this. So I can take away that and then just save it, and it's done. I've noticed there is some games that need updating, so let's just do that. And that can go back up. I'm going to have to... Trouble is, everything that I've ever put this in, I've now got to update, which is a real pain. But never mind, never mind. So, let's go back to Best of Dreams. Best of Dreams 2019. Here we go. So we're going to go have a look now over here. These are the showcases. So these are all the picks of showcases. So this is going to be artistic. So some of these have been going to be quite quick. So Desolate Mountain Scenery. This is Marceline and Big Surf. They did that game with the hovercraft. As we've seen, they didn't last very much past early access. So just over 2,000 thumbs up. And we are inside a shed. So this appears to be the first showcase that ever got an pick. And it is a winter scene. So this would have been done really early on, I would guess. Don't forget, the beta launched in December 2018. And lasted until, I think, February. And then early access, I think, started in March. Possibly April. No, March, I think. March. I think there was a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks maybe, between the two. So this is just a little winter scene with a little house. I don't think there's anything more to this. I think that is literally it. But they've thought about the sound effects for the ice there. Sound effects for the snow. It's a nice pretty scene. But like I said, I'm not sure if there's anything more than just the house and the lake. Yeah. Okay, there we go. And it's remixable apparently, so you can go and remix that to your heart's content. Just over 2,000 thumbs up, and like I say, I think this would have been very early on. Yeah, January 2019. So this is beta, not early access. And for a beta creation, that is pretty marvellous. Right, moving on. Milk EP. This is another one from Disarmed X, who has changed his name. I'll play a little bit of this. This is some music, I think. So we've got a carton of milk with some different music. All made by the same guy. You might recognise some of this music. It was very popular early on. There we go. Next we have Flip Yap Experiments. Only 649 thumbs up for this one. So Media Molecule rated it. The public not so much. It is an acquired taste. It appears to be sculpts made of very bold flecks. I'm pressing all the buttons. It doesn't appear that I have any control of the speed of which we see the artwork. It's very, very nicely done. It's a very interesting style. Quite dark. That one's more of a sculpture, but they've used a filter over the top to give it a more artistic painting look. And here we have a woman with tons of hair and a flowing dress. It's very artistic indeed. If I remember rightly, this opens at the mouth. No, yeah. It's pretty impressive, really. And there we go. Back to the first picture. So, very nice. How long did flip yap last? Let's see, when was the last? Free newest. When did they release? So they didn't make it. They didn't make it out of early access. It's amazing how many people tried Dreams during early access, had some success, got picks, was encouraged, you know, people like their stuff, and then didn't stick around. Apartment Showcase, Espen TF. This became a bit of a thing in Dreams. People designing either their own homes, their childhood homes from memory, or fantasy homes that they would like to live in, or futuristic looking homes that maybe they wouldn't like to live in, but that's a really annoying prop in the middle of there. That would annoy me if I lived in this house. You need a bigger support there, so you don't have to have that in the middle of there. Anyway. It's a very sparse little house, this. Very little storage. You've got a tiny weeny wardrobe. Look at the size of that. Good gracious me. And where's the bathroom? Or kitchen? It's more like a hotel room. You know, when you get, sometimes you can get these specialised hotel rooms that have got like a kitchenette and a bed and a living area and a bar. But this house has no toilet, no kitchen. I wouldn't want to live in it. Where are you going to the toilet? Right, next up, Metro, realistic visual benchmark. This is Disarmed X again. This designer, very popular during early access, put out a lot of realistic scenes and some music, sometimes combining the two. May remind you of the work of Martin Nebelong a bit later on. Okay. Here is the Demon's Penance teaser. We've already seen the Book of the Dragon and their second, actually their third, this was their second. And this painting, to make this painting in Dreams always impressed the hell out of me, because I have no idea how they managed to get such beautiful, crisp looking shapes. I don't know if that is a sculpture, part painting. It's hard to say. I think some of it is sculpture. I think that if you look at the coffee coming out of that cup, it looks like that is pretty solid. And maybe the crescent moon is definitely solid. I think the girl there is painted. It is extraordinary that to have the amount of control over the imp in order to paintings like that. Really good. So this is the project they were going to work on. It never happened, unfortunately. Demon's Penance. I think we were really keen. And we've seen 2 things of it already, and that was its lovely teaser poster, just to show off how artistic they all were. Sacred Geometry Visualizations, a Menjo 1. Menjo 1, I think still in Dreams, I think. Let's see, how old is this? January 2023. So they might still be around. That's not that long ago. Right. Lots of kaleidoscope creators in Dreams. Normally pairs it up with some music. This is medium molecule music, I think. Might be wrong in that, but I think this is medium molecule music. There's interesting visualizations. All done with spirals and cloning of shapes. Very geometric. I don't know if this was ever remixable, but it would have been very handy as background for lots of people's music if they didn't have any visualizations themselves, but I don't know whether these were available or not. Visualization dreams were a thing back in early access. We seem to get a lot of this type of thing. It faded off after a while. People tended not to make visualizations. This one's number 13, for goodness sake. Nearly 2,000 thumbs up, so it didn't do too badly. Woodlands Bakery, Cody Bear. Cody Bear, inventor of this character here, Frederick Fox. Frederick Fox, for some reason, is no longer in the Dreamverse. There is remixes that people did. I just don't understand how it's gone. It's presumably unlisted, but it is definitely not there because I went to look for it and couldn't find it. So I can only find remixes of Mr. Fox. But this is a really cute character, and Cody Bear is an artist, and this character and this look and everything is part of her artwork. And I believe she makes things like notepads and things with all of this style of like woodland folk and stuff. I think, not 100% sure how her art is used, but she's an illustrator, so maybe she writes children's books. I have no idea. Next we have Praying Mantis Showcase. Just over 5,000 thumbs up for this. Another stab at realism. This time with an insect. It's a weird looking thing, isn't it? A praying mantis. Don't have them in the UK. It's not likely to, I don't think you're likely to ever find one of these. I think this is an American thing. In the wild, anyway. Zoos might have them. Another one from Disarmed X. 1.7k. Scenery set inspired by Hideo Kojima and presumably Death Stranding. And that's it. It's a fixed camera. Unless the camera's going to move. I think this is it. Yep. Now that today wouldn't get an MM pick. I'm pretty sure about it. It's a little basic. But this is early access. It might even be beta. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're still in beta. Chinese New Year at the Temple. This was the last game jam before early access. I want to say, yeah. This was entered in the game jam that I actually won. And this deserved to win much more than I did, and so did the dragon that came second. I think was this third? Hang on. Yeah, this was third. A dragon's showcase came second, and I came first. I was like, I didn't deserve the first place. But at least I won a game jam. at least I won one the whole time. Because there's never going to be... There's all the game jams that are currently running, that is it. So it's your last chance. If you want to win a game jam, it's your last chance. No. Because it's not a dream. I accidentally made it... as an element. At the time, when this was beta, and if you accidentally if you saved it at the start as the wrong thing, you couldn't. It was really difficult to change it to something else, and I didn't quite know how. So I ended up, yeah. So no, it didn't get picked because it's an element. Right. There's Dragon Showcase. See, that came second, I think. No, it didn't come second. Oh, right. The showcase that this dragon was featured separately, and then they made a showcase of a few, I think. So this is slightly different. This was nominated for Best Sculpture in the Impies, 3.6k. Yeah, the way you save stuff earlier on during beta, it was a bit. They changed it. They made it easier. They changed it all around so that you saved it once you finished it, not saved it before you started it. Which makes all the sense. But once you started something and you started it thinking it was going to be an element, and then it turned into a scene, you're screwed. During beta, but it changed after that. This is a very nice dragon, very metallic. Yeah. So I made the mistake of making it an element, and there we go. So we've got free cam now. We can go all the way around this lovely dragon. There we go. So nominated for sculpture in the Impies. Very good. You made whole games as elements. Yeah, exactly. We're all doing it wrong. It was possibly my one chance of a real impy, an MM pick, but never mind. Here's another bedroom, room, architecture, computer cat, Nico 555. They've created a assets collection for this one. 4,500 thumbs up, so quite popular. I got one, yes, I did get a pick. Yes. But it was a remix of somebody else's thing, so I don't feel like it's a real pick for me. It's not a real pick for me. Right, what we got here? Yeah, I remixed John Beach's Breakfast as if I'd eaten it, and that got an MM pick, which I was very pleased about. But on the other hand, it's like, oh, all the things that I've made up to this point, and the only time they gave me an MM pick is when I remixed one of John Beach's things. It's like, oh, never mind. Oh, can turn the light off. Turn that off, turn that off. Throw the coffee around. It's not spilling out the cup, you know. It's I don't know what I'm doing. You can just pick up some of these things. Just chuck them around the room. It's basically just a room. Again, it's the sort of thing that today it would not get an MM pick. There's no chance. But this is probably still beta. Where are we? February. Yep. I think that's still beta. Tower Demolition Collection. Cam Alty. Right. R2 to detonate. L2 to be set. Okay. I'm sure as a technical thing, this appealed to Media Molecule. Says click touchpad. Next tower. This one's taking its time. Okay, it is what it is. Like I say, it's one of those things that there's 20 towers of that. 1.4k for that. So more popular than some of the other things. More popular than that. But okay, this was very popular. 11.8k. Only came in the top 10 of the Community Jam, Night or Day at the Museum. Possibly because it wasn't made for the Jam. Enter the House of Beavis, a museum. You are a deluded housewife, grappling with her life's decisions lost in the museum. Try speaking to the art, or does it speak to you? It's an open world, try not to lose yourself. There was some issue with this. In that some of the sculptures had naked ladies in, and there was some issue with nipples. Then nipples were removed. Then it got moderated again, and I think it was moderated this year, or possibly end of last year. Again. Media Molecule have constantly had to unmoderate this particular dream. Contact Sony and go, no, don't moderate this. We like this. We want this to stay as it is. Beavis 2, obviously a surrealist artist. You can tell from the very strange sculpts everywhere. Lots of very rather voluptuous ladies.
Welcome to the House of Beavis. Please enjoy your visit.
See, I think there was nipples on there that had to come off. And there's one sat on a huge burger, if I remember rightly. Okay. It is a very, very strange museum. There's another fat lady.
I can't stand it when she touches me.
And clips from I don't know what, but I'm assuming they're from films and television programs and things. I mean, what the hell is that when it's at home? Is that a face with its eyeballs out and its tongue out? Quite disturbing. This blew everybody's minds when this first came out, because this is what Media Molecule wanted. I think they courted and tried to get artists to take Dreams seriously during beta and early access, and they got it in spades here. This is definitely an artist. This isn't just some hobbyist like making things in Dreams that's a copy of other things. This is original works of art, and you either like it or you don't. This is the one that caused a lot of controversy, I seem to remember.
All the guys are just feed your lines, but I'll take you to Mickey D's.
She's sitting on a hamburger with cups on her boobies. Yeah, it is a very, very strange place, and there's lots in here. I don't know if I've seen the major stuff, I think. But yeah, it goes on. You can get on. There's a unicorn flies in at one point. I can't remember. You get to some place and there's a unicorn and stuff. And I have absolutely thumbed up this. I don't know why it's gone. Still don't understand it. There's probably video of me playing that and actually thumbing it up somewhere just to prove I did do it. So I don't understand why they're missing. Cookie Jar Gallery. Tomek Morozinski. This is part of Demon's Penance. Nice realistic ceramic jar with some cookies. And as anybody who plays Dreams knows, there is no mirror in Dreams, so that has to be done with duplicate clones. Really, really nice asset creation. Nice effect on the wood and the metal and everything. Really cool. Oh, look at that. That's fab. That's really well done. Okay. There we are. Just a little gallery of stuff they're making for their game. That never came. Right. Quantum Sphere. 562 thumbs up. How many did that cookie jar have? 1.3. Okay. This is another visualizer, I think. Yeah. Some people not very keen on kaleidoscopes. Affects their eyes. I apologise if this is disturbing for you in any way, bad for you. But there you go. Early days again. You see people getting MM picks for Stranger Things. Liminal Express, another visualizer. People don't make these things anymore. People are just trying out the animation tools. They're trying out shape tools, the sculpting tools, everything else. Javier Villal Alba 3D, Waking Up. 932 thumbs up. Okay, I'm not in control of it. It's just got to grow out of his head, I guess. Another artist, you notice, with some more surreal art. It's like Dreams really appeal to the surreal artists. I don't know how the younger element felt about this, whether this was who this appealed to. Was it older people, younger people? I'm not actually sure. Young people like some very weird stuff, so I have no idea. Anyway, that is what that is. The City of Amauser, 1.9k. I think this is some scenery. Oh. With some NPCs. Again, you see things like this where people have designed some really nice sets that could possibly have been incorporated into some gameplay, collection quests, maybe first-person shooter. This would have been a great map for a Call of Duty style deathmatch type thing. If we'd had multiplayer, which we never did. So sad. Even Project Spark had multiplayer. Okay. There we go. Sci-fi project. Patika. Patika made some nice things early on. 1.8k. I always loved this. It really impressed me. I mean, good God. He's gonna throw up now. Go on then, throw up. Go on. Go on. It's all too much. Yep. Go on. Bleh. Oh God. Oh. Oh no. When VR is too much for you. I mean, Patika specialising in this futuristic Blade Runner-ish cyberpunk type stuff. I mean, it's so cool. Really, it didn't come from a shock to me at all. I've been saying it for months. I said on quite a few forums that I thought this was our last year. You know. Oh, this dancer. I love this too. Yeah. But then, you see, the thing is, anybody that was around with Project Spark, and you could see the same things happening. The things getting very quiet, and updates getting few and far between, and then suddenly a lot of updates with no warning or explanation. And I'm like, I thought at the time, and I think I might have said it in one of my streams, either this is a good thing and they starting to pick up on what we're doing with dreams, yeah, or this is really bad because they are getting rid of all of the back projects, all the stuff that they have been working on. They're finally finishing off just to get rid of it, to get it out there. It was the latter. I was sort of hoping it was the former, but never mind. This is an amazing portfolio of work by Patika here. I mean, all of these were released, I think, individually first off. They've put them all together here in this one presentation. And every single one of them is really impressive in its own way. And it really evokes a futuristic world. I wonder what happened to Patika. I haven't seen anything from them for a very long time, I don't think. We'll have a look. Look at all these people. The epic size of this. Just... wow. Because they're presumably the size of mannequins, those. So this is huge scale. Use of light is really good. I'm gutted that you know, creators like this are not going to stick around in Dreams. They'll go elsewhere to do their stuff. I think a lot of them have left already. Some might stay, but I don't know. We'll see. There's so many of these. I'm going to stop there because there's this is entire portfolio. Let's have a look. How long did you last? Oh, you're still okay. 4th of April 2023. So they're still around. I don't remember seeing anything that's... Have I played that? No, because it only got 8 thumbs up. And it's a recreation of Jerry Goldsmith's title from Alien, which is nowhere near as exciting as what Azim's making in early access. Well, who else has left other than Ed, Mark, Abby and Kareem? Who else has gone? That I'm not aware of. Right, Stranded. All teasers. This had a very small thumb up thing for an MM pick. 297. That's small today. Never mind for an MM pick. Okay, let's have a look. All the people in the chat, if you want to know what we're doing here, I'm doing a nostalgia tour of Dreams over the next couple of months. Maybe more, we'll see. We're starting with 2019. I have a collection. These are the MM picks and these are the showcases at the moment. Fascinating mix of artwork, teasers for games, music, visualizers, all sorts of things. It's interesting how many people stuck with the sort of pink and blue. Pink and blue is a very popular colour combination for Dreams creations. I don't know why, but everything seems to be pink and blue. Pink, blue and purpley. All around that sort of palette. I imagine when people heard the news that it was stopping in September the 1st, they went, well, I'll stick with it till September the 1st. So that's what I'm assuming. There's others that thought I'll stick with it until the server migrates. There's others that might be considering the end of the year. That is me at the moment, unless things change for me. But I was planning on making this my last year of Dreams anyway, before any announcements made, so. And it's not because of anything in Dreams, it's more to do with me no longer getting as much enjoyment out of it as I was. No. So I'm going to stick with it until I have new plans. I think that's probably a sensible thing to do, because I'm still enjoying it at the moment, as you can see. Having that's a portfolio of work from Dream Tinder. Spring Pavilion by Lidus, made for the Com Jam. I don't know what that is. Only 269 thumbs up. You see the numbers on showcases are a lot smaller than the games. Nope. I had a brief job. I had a brief part-time job because of Dreams. But that only lasted 6 months. 9 months? 6 months? Yeah. I got a job reviewing Dreams games on a website. So writing out all the interesting, choosing which dreams to include, and writing up descriptions of what you can expect, and looking at the accessibility side of it and everything. But they ran out of money, so that was the end of that. But hey, that was funny while it lasted. Also, I think Dreams was starting to go sideways. I think the answer. I wouldn't have had the job for much longer anyway. Retro games. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what. To be honest, I don't know whether I want to stick with gaming as a thing at all. I might have other things that I want to do. I don't know. I haven't decided. Now, what's a shame about this is because the gadget that this needed doesn't exist at the time that this was made. It exists now, so you can it can read the system time now, and it couldn't before. This is a screensaver. It's very clever. So people come up and they start dismantling this thing in order to give you the time. So that says 8 o'clock. It's not that easy to read, but they're removing everything to make it 8:01. There we go. It's 8:01, and then they'll come in and they'll make that 8:02, and it goes on and on and on, and there's animations for every single number. I mean, I have no idea how long that would have taken to make. It seems extraordinary to me. It really impressed me at the time, and it's a shame really, because the gadget that they needed now exists. They could have updated it, but they've probably gone. They've probably gone a long time ago, or never thought to update their creation. Let's just wait until they come and make that into a 2. So cool. There he goes. He's putting the last one in. And there we are. Extraordinary. So Argawell. That was the last thing that Argawell put up. Dice puzzle. Yeah, 2020. They didn't last. They lasted a week into launch. So many people that created some interesting things during early access and then just went. Strange, isn't it? Right. I wonder what that beeping was. I appear to have another computer in my office that's come from somewhere. I guess that is my archive computer that my husband has been talking about. As unfortunately, all of my videos and everything are starting to get really huge. I've got to store them somewhere. Right, another one from Disarmed. This is some music and visualizer. What's Retro do? This is like an album of music. I'll come out. It's an album of music without any pictures, which is a bit boring. But there we go. So move on. Yes, I heard he's going to embark. Yeah. To do audio stuff. It's a shame that Ed is a pretty good game developer. He should have developed his skills for game development because the games that he made in Dreams were amazing. Right, The Black Dog, Kaminsky. This was the pirate-themed Community Jam entry, but there's nothing here. So either they didn't make it into the top 25%, which seems unlikely, or they missed it. Let's see. So we've got a pirate ship. Is this it? This is it. It's a pirate ship and the moon. Okay, that's it. 2.3k. A very simple pirate ship. And that's that. Right, Wizards Observatory, Frodo Fraggins. Top 10 in the Magic and Wizardry Jam, 1.1k. I shall take the heart for brains that make me happy, and happiness is the best thing in the world. There we are. What have we got here? My problem with trying to get a job in the industry or get a job full stop is I am one of the invisibles. I'm too old. They're not interested in employing me. It's been too long since I've been employed, and it's almost impossible to get back into the job market once that happens. So I'm gonna give up on the whole idea. Never really gonna happen. I thought I had a few opportunities, but it never panned out to anything, which is just slightly disappointing, but hey, that's how it is. This is really nice. You got your balloon and telescope and everything. I've seen some other Wizard Observatory star houses in the Dreamiverse. I think this is a nice early one. I like the moon look down there on a string. Very cool. The continent of Susanat. 620. That's a nice low number. This is what would have been a really nice map for an RPG. So we'll select that. R2. Look at that. This would have been a really great map for getting around the world, so fast travelling around. It's amazing. It's really nicely done. Wonder if they were planning on making a game with all of this in there. Sometimes I think, you know, I would have loved to have worked with some of these people to give them some story. You know, this person doesn't need any story. They've obviously worked out what all of these places are and everything. But sometimes, you know, you get some people together to do storylines, plan out some gameplay, or you've got other people that are very good visually. There were people that did form some successful teams, but it's hard to work in teams in Dreams. It's very, very difficult. They didn't really give us the tools to do it successfully. Outpost 60, Brian Taylor 60. This was a winner of the best visuals at the first annual Impies. As a result, it's got 15.7k thumbs up. It's really very nice. One of the early space stations. You get a lot of them now. But then we've got some kits now to make this sort of thing. These did not exist during early access when this was made. And just look at it. It's really nice. It's got a great design on the astronaut, space traveller guy. Look at this. Well, this is impressive stuff. I mean, you wanted to make this in anything other than Dreams, it would take you forever. These people were knocking out this quality of set design in months. A couple of months maybe. Look at it, it's fabulous. How they managed to get that in all the memory capacity that we've got in Dreams, I have no idea. Lots of clones, I guess. It is incredibly impressive though. Well worthy of its impy, it's just marvellous. Art tutorial. This was quite good. We didn't get an awful lot of tutorials in Dreams that people made actually inside Dreams. Plenty on like YouTube and places like that, but not actually in the game. So Emberg's very good artist. Apparently got swooped up by Media Molecule. Somebody told me the other day. Right, so in one sculpt, I block out the scene, making sure to include a clear foreground, midground, and background. This is where I make sure the composition works by placing a camera in the scene. Now I create a new sculpt, this time with slightly more detail for each section of the scene. I hide and unhide the initial blocking to make sure I'm keeping the basic structure I wanted from the beginning. At this point, I focus on the details, only the basic shape and composition of the scene. When I'm happy with the composition, I adjust the colour, fleck and style to fit the look I have in mind. I'm still mostly concerned about the composition of the scene. I check there is a clear foreground, midground and background, and it is framed nicely. In large and sketchy paintings, I rough in the texture I need using surface snap. I like the messy painterly look here. Similar to the last steps, I'm still blocking in. So it's making the sky and the stream and the waterfalls. Then he's sculpting in some stuff. Then he does the sky. 2 gadgets to add lighting to the scene. Keep the shadows a cool green and the sunlight a warm yellow. Fog is added to create depth and atmosphere. Spotlights are added. Then colour and image filters are added. And then some details sculpted in. And then final touches, some extra paint. So there we go. And that's his little scene. So it's meant to be viewed from a certain angle. But I mean, you can play around with it. The composition is that good that it looks good from slightly different angles. I mean, that would have been a good... That would have been a good angle, I think, as well as the one that he chose. That's also a good angle. Interesting. Here's another portfolio of creations that were originally released separately. This is Ryan 47. Did Ryan ever get a... Right, Ryan 47 never got an MP, which... Oh, yes he did. He must have done it, otherwise you wouldn't have that, right? So why isn't it here? Shouldn't it be here? Anyway. So here we have... Now what is that? It's got a curly tail. I thought it was a rabbit, but it's also sort of mouse, and rabbits don't have tails like that, so I have no idea what that is. Some creature. Bird on a nest. 547's dioramas really good during early access. Tiny diorama is now sort of taken over the mantle of this type of art in Dreams. The really good use of blurring the backgrounds and crisper foregrounds and things like that for the art, just to give it depth and movement and stuff. He was my art creator, dreamer of the year. I think for 2019, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. This is his most popular, this one. They're so weird, these little creatures, but sort of real and unreal at the same time. That always looks like he's got a beanie on his head. Okay. Very cool. Lots and lots to see there. Right. Gyropolis city scene. Lord Warblade. Another cyberpunk futuristic Blade Runner-y type thing. This time with a robot detective. Reminds me of something. I'm not quite sure. It's Fallout, isn't it? There's a character in Fallout that looks like that. A bit. With the detective coat and hat. Smoking area. Out in the wet. Why is there why is there another robot out here in the smoking area? Burning oil or something. There's a lot to see. Says to view gyro screen. Oh, there we go. Interesting. Right. Where are we now? There's some female robots. It's obviously a city of robots. Exit to the drop-off zone. I mean, it's fascinating that people went to a lot of effort to make these type of set designs with no story, no gameplay, just concentrating on the set design. And you're thinking, is this a wasted opportunity? Could this have been a game? Could we have had something in here to do? Storyline, you know, with characters to interact with. Quests, that sort of thing. Maybe some shooting. And we did get that later on in Dreams, but I mean, this is so early on. The fact that this exists, the time scale that the Dreams had been launched. Don't forget, this is pre-launch of Dreams. This is early access. I think we're still pretty early on. When was this launched? So July. So I mean, you've probably only been working on it 6 months maximum amount of time to make this. So perhaps expecting a bit too much to have some game in there, but it's all very impressive. This won the Underwater Kingdom Jam, Utopia Under the Sea. Nearly 3,000 thumbs up. You can do some change of filters, basically lighting and things, by pushing some buttons. But this is basically it. It's a fixed camera view of an underwater city. Heaven Ideas. Bubble Bath Chill Time. Bubble Bath, by the way, if you might see it mentioned a few times, that was the name of the engine that they created for Dreams. I assume they're not using it to make their new game. So we are the only people to ever use it. Us and Media Molecule. It's a wasted opportunity, really. It's another visualizer with some music. I think we've seen enough of those already. Right. Sharing a memory. CG Cody. I think this is just a diorama of a campsite. No, they're telling spooky stories at the campfire. Yeah, there we go. He's got his torch up to his face. He's throwing his coffee away. Look at that. And then he chopped his head off! Ah! Again, this sort of thing probably wouldn't make an MM pick today. As as it's just a little basic scene, but it's cute, and the car is very nice. Flames and everything, it all works really well, and at the time this sort of thing was what people were making. The Throne Room by Zeke. Now, we've had some similar cathedral style buildings recently from another creator. These are always very impressive to look at, I think. The sense of scale, the reflections, the marble effects. I mean, look at that. That's lovely. Good use of lighting, sound with echoing vaulted ceilings and stuff. I think this is great. I just wish this sort of thing could have been incorporated into more gameplay. I don't mind these showcases. I quite like seeing the stuff. It's just it's a subgenre of dreams that doesn't do as well as the games do. 1.6k for this. This is the collector, Ryan 47. I think Ryan 47 won an MP for the collector 2. That's what he won one for. So this is the first of a series. Slightly Tim Burton-esque with the swirlies and the colour cast of this. Cute. Yeah, there we go. Best sculpture, first annual Impies, Ryan 47, and this is the collector 2. Do you feel that there's a storyline being involved here with these sculpts, but we don't know what it is? Great for Halloween, this, but I think it's much earlier than that. I love Ryan 47's style. I think he's a very good sculptor. Really interesting. So when was this released? I'm pretty sure we're still... Oh, right. September. Thaddeus the Wizard, Darkest Essence. This was top 25% in Magic and Wizardry Game Jam. I think I had something in there that was top 25% as well. Big MMP. Okay, where are we? Under the map. This music you heard a lot during early access. People are more likely to do their own music or find music in the Dreamiverse than pick Media Molecules music now. Speak with Sylvie the cat. Where was the cat? Over here. What have I got to do? Square? That's a copy of the cat model. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah. So this is more of a game in the showcase, really. There's things to do. I think you've got to do some spells, have Sylvie assist you with the spells. This is like demo for something that never existed, never came to anything. I don't know what I got to do, so I'll just come out. Crescent, the underbelly, vitamin G90. Vitamin G90 also good creator, making lots of nice scenery. Let's have a look at this one. Lots of these Blade Runner-esque, cyberpunk, futuristic landscapes. Sometimes you don't know whether to press buttons or not because they don't give you any information. This one, I'm pressing the X button and it's changing the cameras. But there's nothing to indicate that that's the case, so... Anyway, there you go. I think we had some better ones earlier on. Here is something very basic. This is just a sofa and a rainy window. 1.2K rainy days. Anything realistic in Dreams at this point was very popular. People liked, appreciated anything that looked like a photograph or film. Nice sofa, nice rain. That's literally all it is, though. I really like this bit of concept art, or just a bit of art, really. Phenomenon. Here we are. So we've got this pumpkin creature thing holding the moon. We've got a spooky house. There's a figure in the doorway. So you've only got 2 camera angles to see this in. But at the time this was quite impressive. You've got the spooky eyes at the top there that are moving, looking at you. Creepy. Very imaginative composition, that. There's lots to see. I just wish we had a free camera. Grid Picks. This was a community thing run by Dorian and Tap Giles. Invited the community to have a go at some pixel art. You got a grid. So hang on, let's hide the names. So here we go. You got assigned a square, and off you went. The idea, I think, later on was to try and incorporate them all so that they all linked up together. But you can see some of them did, and some of them didn't. But I was really impressed with the portrait of Alex Evans down the bottom there. Mine looks a bit pathetic compared to everybody else's, but it's the first time I'd ever done pixel art, so I don't think I did too bad. Mine is the lady's face on the far right. At that time I was doing a lot of portraits of women's faces and things. I thought, I'll do that. That's what I'll do. I don't think it's that bad. It's alright. Actually, looking at it, it's fine. For first attempt at pixel art, it's fine. But I can see that J plus B's llama there. Let's put the names back up. So we've got Reddish Boat at the top there, who did a red boat. Of course he did. Paolo Ramirez, who is the 8-bit king, did a little house with a river. Dorian then continued that on and put in a mountain and something exploding. Dirty Harold's did an owl. Then we've got Man Chicken Turtle with Pac-Man, or Pac-Man-esque thing there. Skinny Chad. I don't know what that is. I think it's a large dinosaur or dragon or something. I think that, with its mouth open. I think that's what that is. Lucid Stew. I have absolutely no idea what that is. Even if I squint my eyes. Anybody know what that is? This the third one on the second row. I've no idea. really don't know. Am I missing it? I'm missing it. It can't just be a load of random squares. Anyway, then there's mine. Then next row down, we've got a pumpkin from Puddy Doke. That's J plus B's llama. Then we've got an animated GIF, which is like well impressive, from John Beach. So he's showing off, just showing off. Then we got Dirty Flusher with some sort of tartan design. Then we got Degelica with a checkerboard, and then we've got Tap Giles put in something that connected up with John Beach's animated ball, and then we've got Slim Mackenzie made a sort of Space Invader-y thing, and then Mad GFX Snags. That was a shame. The Mad GFX team, they had some really good ideas in early access and beta. They never came to anything very much. What a shame. Anyway, that was cool. It was cool to be part of that. And it looks really good here in this picture, away from it with all the blocks shown up as actual blocks. I think that looks really nice. Okay, Untempered, Innocence 48. It's a dragon on a burning turret. Again, it's the sort of thing that today we get a lot of. Probably would not get the attention of Media Molecule particularly, but early access times it did. Dreamskill, this is something this is the reason why I left Dreamskill, this damn showcase. We'd already made our first showcase of a farm, and the next one we voted to do a steampunk inspired showcase. And we all got enthused about what we could make it into, and it was a democratic vote, and the majority voted for the steampunk, and then the person running the group said, "Over my dead body." So they picked something else, and then I was like, oh, I was looking forward to doing the steampunk thing. In fact, I've started making things for it. I was a bit like, oh, I really fancy doing that. Is anybody interested in doing that with me? And some people said yeah, and we went off and we actually made a game, or tried to make a game. That also didn't come up with anything, but the topic they were going to make, I can't even remember what it was. It was something unappealing to me anyway. Never came to pass, and then they made a steampunk thing anyway. So it was all for nothing. They just lost half their team for no reason whatsoever. I just don't like the fact if you're in a team and you have a democratic vote and people decide on something, that somebody can just throw their toys out of the pram, and then next thing you know, we're not doing it. It's like, one person shouldn't have that much control over a democratic group, but this is what happens, unfortunately. This is why I don't like working in teams. Right. Working Arts Museum. Spartan X53. This one... Oh, I should have looked that up. Hang on. Oh, we'll look at see in a minute what it won. It won a game jam for something. Let's see if we can work out what the game jam was. Here we go. Here's a mystery. What was the game jam? This was the winner. What subject do you think it was? Let's have your ideas in the chat. Yeah, I don't know. I think sometimes the power goes to people's heads. They literally just get a Messiah complex, and then well, I can't say that that's what happened here, but I think some people, they just get drunk on power. It's very difficult to work with a team on a project unless you're friends together. So you're dealing with strangers, you're dealing with people over different continents, you're dealing with people with different time zones, and it's incredibly hard. It's a wonder any teams actually get anything done. I'm always impressed when team and different ages, of course, as well. People that have never had a job in their life and don't know what a project management system is like, you know. Well, it's called Working Arts Museum. My guess is it won the museum night at the museum. It did. It won the Nights at the Museum Community Jam. 3.7k for that one. Material changeable mech. Lots of mechs in the Dreamverse. Excuse me. This one's got some colour changing abilities, which is quite cool. And you can change the shininess and waxiness and all sorts of things. It's impressive to have any sort of customization options in Dreams. They're not easy to make. It's a nice early one. That's why I think Medium Molecule picked that. It's a Sunset Lookout. This has got a nomination for Best Sculpture for the first annual Impies. Like I say, very similar to that other Wizards Lookout that we saw previously. Certainly a very similar style. I like the airship. So the Collector 2 won the Sculpture Award, so this one did not win. Like I say, very similar to that other one that we've seen, especially in the colour scheme. Tellus 11 Cruiser Flygeter. God knows. Spaceship. Dude in the Basement Studio. It says designed by Tauros. So who's Tauros? Now this looks small. Sometimes when people make models of ships, trying to get them to look epically sized. And I don't know quite how you do it. It's obviously got something to do with lighting and angles and what have you. But this looks like a little model. It has a feel of a little model, like a Airfix kit. It's very nicely made, but it hasn't got that I am a large spaceship feel to it. You don't feel like this is massive. It just looks quite small for some reason. It's very nicely done, but again, it looks like a little model. Recreation, Innocence 48. Oh, they used to make some things all the time. They make things now? I can't remember. Their newest thing was, yeah, January, so not that long ago. Yes, planets and stars might have helped with that, yeah. It's always a danger with special effects when they make these little models and stuff. They've got to try and make it look like the large size. There's ways to do it. It's got a free camera. So we've got an interesting bird here with life support. And there we go. That's it. That's the thing. Post-apocalyptic pigeon. Another one from Ryan47. This is the Hunter 2. This is very nice. Sort of a Yeti. Sort of like American Indian overtones to it. Quite like that. And again, I would have thumbed that up. I really don't get why all my thumbs ups are not here. Day at the Beach. This is a painting. Because an Ivy artist does paintings. It might be a sculpt, but I'm not sure about that. Whether that's a sculpt or a painting. Does it say in the description? Nope. Monochrome Stairs. P. Gray Official. Just a little bit of art with some music. Simple idea. Again, something like this possibly wouldn't get the attention of Media Molecule now. But this is 2019. Randomly generated trees. Apollonius. Again, a technical thing. Sort of taking a technical demo of some trees growing. Oh, that sounds horrible. Horrible. Ah! Looks like it's slightly randomised as well, isn't it? Okay. So, there we go. This is just a tech demo of some trees. This is annoying. Sail with Wabby and Ducky in 2022. Wabby and Ducky's Adventures, right? It won Cute Critters Community Jam, 1.7k, and that is it. It looks like a great thumbnail for an interesting game that might have been and never was. It's very nice. I just wish that was a thumbnail for an actual game. In the style of like Trip's Voyage or something similar. Maybe with you floating down the river on a duck. Trying to avoid rocks and things for a part of it. That could have been a neat game. Yeah, it absolutely is. You know, it's like little demos, little teasers, little bits of art here and there, and they never turn into anything. Here is La Quille des Monts by Bracor. It's Rain. I mean, this is 2019. Pretty much everything you're going to see, everything that was made in this time was people trying things out, demonstrations, alphas, betas, little short mini games. And when Dreams launched in 2020, that is what people saw. That is what everything that we'd all made in early access was what the people that came to Dreams to see what it was about in 2020. This is what they saw, this stuff, and they weren't impressed. And it's a shame, really, because for the rest of us, you see, we were impressed with this because we realise how difficult it is to make this stuff. But there are kids coming to Dreams. They want games. They want full games. They want complicated games. They don't want artwork that impresses them. They're not interested in the artwork. So we're watching a lot of what was released. There was more artwork than anything else. And it's not until you try and make it yourself that you realise how difficult and how intricate and how impressive some of this stuff is. Just getting all of those lights and everything moving with the wind up there. It's like, that impresses me. That the water is impressive. The lighting, the rain, everything. The puddle there, that puddle with a reflection in it. It's like, wow, okay. This all impresses me, but you know, a kid who comes to Dreams and wants to play games, this is not doing it for them. It is cool though. And this is the other thing, is that everybody that's going to Unreal Engine, Unity, Blender, all of that, let me tell you, you're not going to create that in the same amount of time as it took you to make it in Dreams. That's definite. It's a much, much bigger uphill struggle. Here's an eye. Practicing realism. 1.9k. It's an eye. Again, this sort of thing wouldn't make an MM pick today. But we were looking at the possibilities. What could we make? How real could we get things? There's an eye. Vitamin G90 again. 1.3k. You're noticing the smaller numbers on the showcases compared to the games. And there we go, some dripping icicles. I want to see if I can get through all of these in the 15 minutes I've got left, so that I'm starting on a new one next time. Carousels. Oh, this was impressive, if I remember rightly, because you could take the thing apart. And it gave you a history of carousels, if I remember right. Oh. So there's the carousel. That's better. Camera's going all over in angles. It's not so good. Yes. So what I've got, is a collection. I'm making a collection for each year. So you've got all this information about carousels and how they're used. It's like a bit of education. Why not? Right, I've got a best of Dreams. I've got one for each year. Well, we'll have one for each year. I haven't done them all yet. And I've got all the MM picks from each year. My chart at the top 100 or top 250, depending on which one, how much I managed to save. And then all the awards. So my awards, the Impy awards, and all the game jams. So the idea is to go through all the MM picks to start with, then look at the chart and see what was popular in the year that wasn't an MM pick, and then go on to the awards and any of those that weren't MM picks weren't in the chart either. So the Dreams archive for future gamers when they discover it after the end of I think it'll be long gone before we get there. This is quite good. It tells you all about the carousel and how they built it and takes it apart and all the rest of it. Nice. Only 704 thumbs up, so that's quite low for an MM pick, but we're seeing these numbers. This is even lower, 391. Planet Yeehaw. I don't recognise this at all. I didn't get any warning. My phone didn't go off. Again, this is something that today is bread and butter for Dreams, and possibly would not get a look in on an MM pick today, but it's an interesting composition of some space stuff. Gramophone, visual art. Here we have P. Gray. Again with the realism. Lots of particles, lots of dust and stuff in this. That seemed to be some people's preoccupation early on in early access. It's like particle physics, how to get really good godlike effects and particles and dust and rain and all of that sort of thing. Really, really useful for later on when you're fleshing out your games. But it was interesting that everybody started off with the particles rather than trying to do the main bits. They go with the effects. I've never made any effects. It wasn't my thing. Anyway, nice. Gramophone, etc. This is Soft 473, another robot. Another one on one of these training areas. The camera angle is very close and I can't turn it. I'm going to turn him. It's a very close camera. Let's try a different camera view. Oh, that's a first person camera view. Okay, there's a third person camera view. It's an interesting robot. It's got really interesting legs. I'd see what they're trying to do with. That's quite difficult to do. Because the mannequin is that to bend the legs backwards to do this. Yeah, okay. Cool. Another Ryan 47. I think we've probably seen this one in his portfolio. That seemed to be familiar, so we've already seen that one. Some strange creature he invented in a tree. I loved this. Bucko-chan, Azuki, Sleepy Wolf. Yeah. Everybody remember this? This was nominated for Best Animation, didn't win it. Don't know why. Well, they gave it to Bivson. That's why. So, we have Japanese schoolgirl. Japanese schoolgirl walking into danger. It's so cool. And this bit is cool as well. Because this is impressive. It's like they've done the thing, and then somehow they've managed to... You've got this. It's like, what? You know, everybody was making all these ninja-based animations. They should have done a huge giant mech series. Yeah. I'd have watched an animation with huge giant mechs terrorizing Japan. Patiko was involved in that as well. and vitamin G90. You see, you got hard hitters in this, and then they disappeared once the game launched. They were only here for early access, which is like, no. Next episode coming in 2020. There was never any more. This was it. It was like, oh no. That was really good. And it was like, yeah, I would have watched more of that, definitely. Noguchi's Bell. They are making books. That's what's happening to Noguchi's Bell. They are moving Noguchi and his story into their graphic novels that they're making. That's my understanding. They're crowdfunding the books as we speak, if you want to give them more money. Okay, so this is an animation of some gate or other. There we go. Interesting water effects. People are using all sorts of different methods to do water. There's hundreds of ways of doing it. Seal colony. There are some seals. Was it worth it? It's entirely up to the people that donate money to people through Patreon, Kickstarter, whatever, and they obviously thought it was worth it for whatever they got out of it, be it some artwork or their name in the credits or whatever. I don't understand why this is an MM pick, I'm afraid to say. I mean, they're sort of cute seals, I guess, but I don't get it. Contemporary designer house. Here's another house. Let's hope this one's got a bathroom this time. That's it. I mean, it's people wanted to donate their money. I think Mark from Media Molecule gave him a large chunk of money because he really wanted them to make the animation. I think it deserves to be shown at festivals and things like that, really. So bedroom 6. Is this supposed to be a shower room? There's no shower in it. Have we got another house without a bathroom? Right, if I don't find a toilet in this house either. There's no toilet, is there? What is it with these dreamer architects? That they keep building these houses with literally no bathrooms. Or kitchens. There we go. It's a contemporary designer house with no utilities whatsoever. Right, beach, Pataka. I think this is the one that we didn't see. It was the last one when I stopped the portfolio selection, so we get to see it anyway. Hurrah! Modern man doesn't need a toilet. Well, has he got a colostomy bag? What's how modern are we talking here? Yuck to the showers. What's wrong with showers? Showers are great. I love showers. So this is the effect of, again, people were blown away by anything that looked even remotely real, especially if it was water. So there we go. That was what that is. There's a robot turns up at some point, or cyborg or whatever that is. Last one, Invasion, Innocence 48. This is just a scene I seem to remember. I remember that icon, that logo. Did it turn into a bloke a bit later on? Or, anyway. So we have some sort of mechanic looking at a device, and there's some aliens in there. There's some aliens stealing an elephant here. Where the hell are we? Oh, there we go. Lots of spaceship, and they're stealing the elephant while this guy is doing whatever he's doing. And there's another alien here. Has he captured an alien? What's happening here? Just work your own story out, basically. Cool. Okay, so that was all of the showcases for 2019, and we've gone through all of those. So next week then, we're going to go back to the games. These are the last of the 2019 games. So this will be the latter part, sort of August, September through to December 2019. So still, we're going to be still pre-launch, and then we'll go for the audio-visual stuff here, which will be the music and other things, and then we'll look at the chart and see what is in here that hasn't got an MM pick, and have a look at that. Some fan makes, I suspect, will be in there. Then my Lexi Awards, any non-MM picks in there that I thought were good. No, this is the no, that's the Impies. That's the Impies. I put them the wrong way round. Silly me. Let me adjust that. I put them the wrong way round. Yeah, so there's my Lexi Force. I was going to say that's a bit weird. I better sort that out. Then we'll go through those and we'll just see what's there. So once we've finished with that, then on to 2020, and we'll see a huge step change in what is being created. There we go. Right, thanks for coming, everybody. Tomorrow is the releases of the week, so new launches and anything anybody sent me the last couple of days. I'll also play those. And then, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're looking at all the new launches. So join me then, 3 to 5. Bye bye.